Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to a new video. It's Tuesday. I'm on my way to the gym. When I go to the gym, I go back home to my apartment and park, and then I usually ride a scooter to the gym or walk because there is zero parking at my gym. I live in San Francisco, if you're new here. Like I said, I usually go home and park and then ride a scooter to the gym, but they moved my parking spot in our apartment to a different building, so today is my first day parking in my new parking spot. So it's on like the total opposite side of the building, so I have to make sure I don't miss my turn. But anyways, we're gonna squat today at the gym. The last couple months I've been going hard in the gym and I've been hitting PRs, which is amazing because I haven't been hitting PRs in a very long time. It's been nice, but the past couple days I have had no motivation to go to the gym, and I really think that's just my body telling me to just take a deload week, basically, like take a rest week. Was I supposed to turn there? Dang it! See, I missed my turn. I never ever come in this way. But yeah, so I've just been listening to my body and taking it easy, but even today I don't really feel like going, but I've had enough of a rest, you know what I mean? Like I need to, okay, somebody's in my spot! So now I need to go back to my old spot, but I need to let the people at my building know. But anyways, yeah, so I've just been listening to my body, and again, I really don't feel like going today, but there's only so much of a break I can give myself, you know what I mean? Like I gave myself like 5 days, something like that, and now it's time to get back to it. And usually too, like when I get back into it, like it really just takes me pushing myself that first day. And then once I go, then I'm like, okay, I'm good. Like, then the next day I feel motivated to go again, you know? All right, let's go to the gym. Hopefully I can find a scooter.
Trapping like the narco. Got dope like Pablo. Cut dope like Pablo. Shot trees with the Draco. On the north got Diego. Say hasta luego.
It's a new day. As most of you know, me and my family are moving to Japan in November. I have been so busy lately. So busy, so non-stop with normal life stuff and then also preparing to move to Japan. I had to drop off some paperwork at my kid's pediatrician yesterday, and I have to drive all the way back today to pick it up. It's like an hour away, so I'm making the drive over there. I've been going through a moment of pause. While being really busy, I also feel like my spirit is on pause. Let me explain. Do you ever go through things and you feel like it's God just telling you to sit down and listen? I've been going through that the last week or two, to just stop doing anything unnecessary and just pay attention to what's going on around me. Maybe I sound crazy, and I don't really talk about my spiritual beliefs too much on my channel just because I don't like to make people feel uncomfortable if it's not something that they agree with. But I was raised Catholic, and as I got older, well into my 20s, like my late 20s, I started to do a lot of my own research, and eventually that led me to atheism. I was an atheist for a few years, and just recently I started digging deeper I'm definitely not an atheist anymore. I definitely believe in God. I have gotten so many signs and so many things happening in my life pointing me back in that direction. And so I'm kind of in this phase right now where I'm just trying to figure it all out and keep an open mind. That's the thing. I have always been open-minded, always. When I'm presented with new information, I will take the time to do my own digging, my own research, my own meditation, and just anything that it takes to try and find answers for myself. And like I said, I feel like I'm being pulled back in that direction. So yeah, I kind of just felt like getting it off my chest. But going back to what I was saying about feeling like God has just told me to sit down and listen, I've had a couple different things happen, nothing crazy, but a couple different things happen where I knew it was God's way of telling me to just take some time to follow that feeling and to follow those signs, because I feel like you can't figure it out if you're so distracted all the time. You know what I mean? And that's why I feel like a lot of times when people go through hardship, that's when they find God, because they're almost forced to just sit down and listen. You know what I mean? When you're in such a productive, happy, positive kind of place, it's a great thing, but you can also be distracted. For example, if someone breaks their leg, they're forced to sit down. That's a big example. You know what I mean? They're forced to rest. And again, that's why I feel like a lot of times people find God through hardship. And I haven't gone through anything extreme, but I almost feel like for me personally, it was purposeful for me to just go through these couple of little things in order to listen. I didn't need something big and crazy and dark to happen to me in order to feel like I need to listen. It was just a couple little things. It was one thing, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna focus, I'm gonna try and figure out what I'm feeling and what God is trying to tell me. And then that thing kind of went away, and then another thing happened. And so I'm like, okay, I really need to figure it out. Does this make sense? Every time I have these types of conversations with you guys, I feel like once I get to the end of what I'm trying to say, I'm like, I swear that made no sense. People are gonna think I'm absolutely insane. But I feel like y'all understand me. If you're here, you get me. So yeah, just let me know your guys' thoughts. Let me know if you've been through something similar, because I feel like I've been through, I love this journey that I'm on. I love living my own journey. I love figuring things out on my own. And that's always been my thing. I don't want anybody to force their beliefs on me. If anything, if you're trying to push your beliefs on me, it'll turn me away from it. So for me, I needed to go through my own process in order to get where I'm at now. And I still have so much learning and growing and digging and researching to do. I just love life, and I'm really happy, even though I had those couple of things that forced me to kind of sit down and listen. Though they weren't comfortable, I think it's necessary. And so I am grateful that it happened. I'm grateful for the hardship. I'm grateful for that time, because it's leading me here in a positive direction, and it makes me excited just to see what the future holds. Also, this was something that I wanted to bring up again too. I told you guys how I am not dyeing my hair anymore. My roots right now, you can't really see, but my roots are growing out. I probably have maybe almost an inch of growth. And I told my husband that I wasn't going to dye my hair anymore. And he was like, well, why? Why do you feel like that's what you want to do? And I told him, I just feel like my soul is calling me to be more natural. I feel like something is pulling me to bring my natural hair color back, to not get my nails done. And I'm not saying I'm never going to dye my hair. I'm not saying never going to get my nails done, but I just feel like I'm on this journey where I feel like I'm being pulled in the direction to be more natural, to love myself for who I am. And I feel like that and like God are connected. Like when I say my soul is telling me that, like I feel like it's God. And it's just so funny. Like it's so funny to watch myself evolve. Like it's so funny. I'm still me. I'm always me. If anything, I'm just more me than I was. But like, it's so funny. Like in the last month, I'm not kidding. Like I feel like I've had such a sudden change of heart in the best way possible. Like I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get my natural hair color back. I'm so excited to be less maintenance, like not having to get my nails done all the time. Like it's a freeing feeling. But yeah, I don't know. I'm in this funny place. Like I genuinely, like it makes me laugh because it's so funny to watch the evolution of me, you know? I also think that with this type of growth comes a little bit of isolation. And I think that kind of goes back to the whole thing about God telling me to sit down and putting me through things that are forcing me to sit down and listen. And I feel like with that comes a little bit of isolation. I used to think that I was very strict with my boundaries as far as who I let in to my life and who has access to me. But I've gotten much more strict with that, at least for right now. And I don't think it needs to be this way forever. But like right now, I'm so focused on my spiritual journey and figuring things out, and my family that I've created, me, my husband, and my kids, and my dog. Like, I'm so focused on that everything else is kind of being put on pause. So I truly feel like you can't hear God with so many distractions, whether that's people, screens, you know, social media. I feel like in order to hear God, you need to sit down and be quiet. Put the distractions away. Go out in nature, be alone, isolate yourself. That sounds harsh, to isolate yourself, but I think it's important, especially if you feel like you can't hear God. Again, it makes me laugh because a year ago I was a full-blown atheist. I have so much clarity these days and it makes me so happy. If you're an atheist watching me, I hope you don't unsubscribe. This is why I love YouTube so much, because I can look back at all the different phases in my life. I can't wait to look back on this in 5 years from now and think, wow, like that was a moment, you know? Anyways, I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm so excited to move to Japan. It's all I can think about these days. And I think being in San Francisco too has opened my eyes to a lot. It's opened my eyes to how unhappy people are. I think the reason why, like, I feel like I was put here in San Francisco temporarily for a reason. Like, I think it has taught me so much living here. Like, I haven't loved living here, if I'm honest, but it's taught me so much just by the people and the state of the city and myself, like the way that I am here, which is why I think I'm just 10 times more excited to get back to Japan. It's all I can think about. Like, I'm just so excited I'm excited for the sun, the time I get to spend in the sun and in the ocean, and the people, the culture, the cleanliness. I felt so close to God living there, and I didn't feel that here, but ironically, it's opened my eyes. It's opened my eyes to it more, so I'm grateful to have lived here. But when I compare the way that I was in Japan, like those were the best years of my life when we lived there. Okay, I think I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end this little conversation here because I could keep rambling on, but I'm almost to the pediatrician office, and I just want to say I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for sticking by me through my personal journey, because we're all going through our own things and we're all on our own paths. And I've followed so many YouTubers over the years, and there have been so many YouTubers who I've lost interest in just because I didn't necessarily like align with them anymore. I'm just grateful for those of you who have stuck by me and who enjoy watching my journey and my growth over the years. On another note, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday, I think, I matched my all-time PR of 300 pounds on my deadlift at the gym, and I switched to conventional deadlifts. I'm sure you guys have noticed. I used to pull sumo, now I pull conventional, and I hit 300, which is a huge deal because that's the most I've ever pulled sumo. So this was a big PR for me. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys that. So insert the clip here. Good girl.
Yeah. Jack Jack.
My hair growing out. What? Buggy with a suitcase. Let's do a milkshake. Talk about pop music. Talk about Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to me. To spend it with my family.
He's 45 today. Just kidding. 34.
I could be.
Yeah.